Archangel Michael says this is the moment that splits your story into a before and an after. The old, heavy chapter that kept you small is closing with a thunderclap you can feel in your chest. Do not mistake the trembling in your spirit for defeat, it is the sound of chains falling from their hinges. There is a reason your heart has been restless, scanning rooms and messages for signs you couldn't name. Something important is already on its way to meet you, drawn by the decisions you make in the next breaths. What looks like an ending is actually the exit door from a burning house. You have walked through long corridors of doubt, carrying burdens that were never meant to be your lifelong companions. Tonight, those burdens line up to be counted and dismissed. The darkness that kept its hand on your shoulder is about to discover it no longer has permission. Listen closely to the atmosphere around your body right now. There is a pressure wave, a quiet rearrangement, 1,000 invisible things stepping into position for you. The room you are in knows your name and is ready to lend you its walls like a sanctuary. An emergency is not always the end of life, sometimes it is the end of the lie. The lie said you were alone, unguarded, and unlucky. The truth stands in the doorway and says, no more. You have been tested by delays that pinched the light from your mornings. You noticed the clock a little more lately, wondering whether time was a friend or a thief. Time has finally chosen your side and is bringing you a delivery that requires your signature. This is the hour to cancel agreements you made with fear when you were too tired to argue. You may not remember signing them, but they were written on the inside of your breath and the corners of your posture. Tear them up by standing taller than the room expects. The signals have been everywhere. A name that repeats, a song that lands in your ears like a map, a chance encounter that had no business finding you. Those were not coincidences, they were a procession escorting you to a decision. The decision is simple: step forward when everything in you wants to freeze. Feel the floor. Let your heels belong to the ground and your spine belong to the sky. You are the treaty between heaven's courage and earth's patience. You worried you had already missed your turn. You did not. What was yours took the long route, learned your language, and is finally at your door asking, are you ready to be ready? There are eyes that watched you hoping you would stumble. They will be disappointed. Your steps are about to be louder than their whispers. Some nights the battle hid in everyday things, a misplaced document, a small bill that arrived like a mouth demanding to be fed, a conversation that twisted. Every small storm rehearsed you for this larger calm. Now the calm arrives with its sleeves rolled up. Do not underestimate the power of ordinary actions when they are done with new intention. Drink water like it is a covenant. Breathe as if each inhale rewrites a sentence about your future. You told yourself you needed proof before you could move. Proof has been standing in the mirror, asking your permission to matter. Tonight, give it permission. If your hands tremble, let them. They are releasing a story they carried longer than was fair. Trembling is the body's way of cleaning the bell before it rings. Forgiveness is not a pass for the harm that visited you, it is a key you keep in your pocket for your own door. Use it now and watch the hinges remember how to swing. You will hear the click, and in the click, you will hear your name again. The word end has been stalking your thoughts, but it is the end of exhaustion posing as fate. The cycle that demanded you apologize for your light is at its last page. Close the book without ceremony. You were not created to be a museum of old injuries. You are a workshop where new mercy is built daily. Today's mercy is shaped like a path out. Your courage is measurable right now, it is the length of one honest step. Say what must be said, choose what must be chosen. Do it softly if you must, but do it completely. You may feel watched, and you are, by the future that hopes you will choose it. The future leans in, hands on knees, grinning like someone who knows how the story ends. It ends with you standing on your own name like a shoreline. Call back the parts of you that you exiled to survive. Tell them the embargo is over. Let them return with their inventions and their laughter. Not every alarm means danger, some alarms mean arrival. This alarm is the second kind. It rings to wake the builders, and you are one of them. You have been gathering tools without knowing it, patience, precision, and a gentle refusal to quit. Lay them out in front of you like a kit. Trust that your hands will know which one to lift first. The night will test you by playing old recordings in a new voice. Do not rent it a chair. Decline the audition for a role you already outgrew. Where you stand has been prayed over by those who loved you and by those who will love you later. The ground remembers every blessing your ancestors whispered into its seams. Step as if each board is a friend. There is a promise hovering just beyond the edge of what you can name. It keeps brushing your shoulder like a moth insisting on a window. The window is open now. Let your next thoughts be a doorway for good news. Make space on your table, not just for bread, but for the letter that changes your posture. It has your handwriting on the envelope because you helped write it with your perseverance. Today we'll ask you for a response. Will you treat yourself like a problem to fix or a person to protect? Choose protection and watch solutions line up like volunteers. The right helpers arrive when self-respect sets the schedule. There are rooms that only open to voices that carry steadiness. Borrow steadiness from your breath if you must. Your breath has never refused you. You will look back on this hour like a hinge that turned the entire door. The scenery will change because the angle did. Often, angles are destiny pretending to be geometry. If you need a sign, let this be official: proceed. Even a slow proceed is a proceed. The road does not demand speed, it demands fidelity. Be gentle with the part of you that learned to expect pain. Invite it to the balcony and show it the dawn. The sun does not ask permission to be itself, neither should you. Write your name on a small piece of paper and put it where you keep important things. Not because you'll forget it, but because you are honoring the signature that will authorize the next goodness. Names are doors and yours is unlocked. You are not late, you are precisely timed to disappoint disaster. Disaster expected you yesterday. You arrived today with better company. When the fear voice tells you to shrink, give it a smaller chair. When the hope voice asks for water, give it the glass you saved for guests. Your inner hospitality will change the conversation. There will be a message, a call, a moment that seems plain until it isn't. Answer it from your whole stature. Smallness is cancelled. It is possible that someone underestimated your return. Surprise them with a return so thoughtful it rearranges their opinion into silence. The quiet that follows will be your workspace. If you need to say goodbye to a version of yourself, do it with thanks. That version carried you through storms it never trained for. Tell it the shore is safe now and watch it rest. The emergency lights are fading because the power is coming back online. Systems reboot, priorities reorder, your name flashes on the screen like a login. Enter without apology. You have a right to choose a gentler story. Gentleness is not weakness, it is accuracy about who you were all along. Fierce people move quietly when they are sure. Let today's conclusion be an oath you keep, no more bargains with dread, no more currency of panic. Trade in attention, faithfulness, and clear boundaries. Watch how wealth changes definition in your hands. You will recognize your turning point by the way your shoulders feel. They will suddenly belong to the present rather than the past. The air around you will unclench. When others come to you, as they will, bringing their questions and their tremble, remember how you felt tonight. Teach with the kindness you craved. Your memory is a lantern, hold it high. Do not delay the small act that has been waiting on your courage. It could be a call, a note, a confirmation, a delete, a yes, or a no. Let it be whatever unlocks the door that has been practicing opening for you. Some blessings arrive loud. Others arrive like a hand on your back steering you around a hole you didn't see. Receive both as skillfully as you can. Skill grows with use. Gather your scattered attention like coins on a table. Count them into a decision you can carry. Even the smallest decision can buy a different sunrise. From this hour forward, treat endings like ushers. They only seem stern because their job is to move you toward your seat. Your seat is reserved, and the view is clear. You are not behind schedule, you are on divine time. Divine time bends rooms and loosens knots. It does not argue with clocks, it resets them. If someone tries to pull you back into old storms, remember this forecast: calm with a rising chance of favor. Walk with an umbrella of composure. Let rain find you prepared rather than surprised. Your next victory will be quiet and undeniable. It will choose substance over spectacle. It will stay. Let your posture be the prophecy that predicts your blessing. Shoulders easy, eyes steady, feet certain. This is how open doors recognize their owner. As you close this message, do not close your readiness. Keep it near the front of your day like a key in a pocket you check often. Readiness is a way of loving yourself. And if the night tests you once more before it surrenders, smile like someone who has already met the morning. The morning knows your address by heart. It will not pass you by. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says the night is not here to threaten you, it is here to train your sight. What you feared was the last page is only the crease where a new chapter is folding open. Take one breath like a promise and watch the air return the favor. You have resisted long enough to earn a peace that does not need permission. Let that peace begin in your hands and spread to your voice. Speak like someone who expects doors to understand. The hour has its own intelligence and it has chosen you. It remembers every moment you kept moving when stillness tried to make a home in your bones. That memory is your passport through this checkpoint. A quiet power is waking in your chest like a city lifting its shutters at dawn. It does not shout, it simply refuses to be interrupted. Stand still for a moment and feel how it arranges your courage into rows. Your footsteps will change shape today. They will leave prints that look like agreements with hope. Follow those prints until the ground begins to smile back. You worried the mirror was a judge. It is actually a witness who has been sworn to tell the whole truth. The truth is that you outgrew the small frame where your doubts kept posing. The world around you is adjusting its angles so your path can run straighter. Streetlights of favor will flick on one by one. Walk as if your name switches them on. You were trained by storms that didn't even have your name on their roster. You learned how to keep a flame alive under rain. That skill is about to pay you back with interest. Let the smallest good thing be a signal flare. A text that lands at the right time, a chair that fits your back, a sentence that unlocks your lungs. Collect these and call it evidence. There is a glow on the edge of your decisions. Choose with a soft forehead and a steady jaw. Confidence is the quiet that arrives after you pick your lane. You will not be punished for resting, you will be prepared by it. Rest sharpens you the way a whetstone respects a blade. Lay your worries down like tools you intend to use again, but not right now. Watch what happens when you remove hurry from your kindness. Your kindness will last longer and travel farther. It will return with companions you didn't know to request. Someone thought you would be late to yourself. Surprise them with how on time you are. Your timing will feel like a key you didn't know you were carrying. When the old ache asks for a final dance, bow with gratitude and step away. You owe it no more encores. The audience for your pain is dismissed. You are allowed to love your future more than your fear of change. Let this be your new grammar: subject, courage, verb, chooses, object, life. Speak it until your days conjugate the same way. The door that never opened for you wasn't your door. The hallway you keep returning to has another entrance around the corner. Turn the corner and claim the light that already remembers your face. Expect small applause from unexpected places. The calendar will clap first, the clock will nod, and then a stranger will agree with the destiny you whispered under your breath. Agreement is the weather pattern of this day. Hold your boundaries like a shoreline holds the ocean, firm, welcoming, exact. What is meant to dock will find the pier. What is meant to drift will float away without ceremony. You will notice how silence becomes a tool rather than a penalty. Use it to hear the instructions beneath the noise. Use it to leave behind what does not honor your breath. A moment soon will feel like a test, but it is a tune-up. Turn the knob on your patience by one notch. Watch how the room obeys. You are not here to audition for worthiness. Worthiness signed a lifetime contract with your existence. Collect your benefits. There is work to do, but it no longer includes carrying everyone else's weather. Put down the umbrella you were holding for the whole street. Step into the sunlight you financed. Make one brave request today. It can be simple: clarity, fair treatment, a timeline, a yes, no. Practice asking like someone who expects the world to practice answering well. When you feel the old script begin to roll, change the channel by moving your body. Walk, stretch, tidy a corner like you're preparing a seat for new wisdom. Action is a spell that invites better sentences. You will see a name, a color, or a number follow you around. Consider it a breadcrumb trail from the future. Say thank you and continue. Let compassion be precise. You can be gentle without being vague. The right people will understand the difference and the wrong ones will disqualify themselves. Your intuition is about to send a message in plain language. No riddles, no fog, just a steady arrow pointing at a next step. Follow the arrow, not the echo. A conversation you've been postponing will suddenly feel less heavy. The words you need will arrive already warmed. Trust them to land softly and hold their shape. The helpers you asked for are closer than your doubt suggests. They are ordinary heroes in reachable shoes. Recognize them by the way your shoulders drop when they enter the room. You have permission to redesign your morning. Replace one habit that drains you with one that returns you to yourself. Call it a trade-up and keep the receipt in your smile. If grief rises, meet it without flinching. It is not here to drown you, it is here to deliver what it held onto for you. Accept the package and let the courier go. Your name is learning to be a shelter. Anyone who stands under it should feel safer, including you. Build its beams with truth and its roof with consistency. Let discipline be a love letter rather than a leash. It keeps promises you made to your better days. Wear it lightly and daily. A threshold will greet you like an old friend who finally found your address. Step over it with the quiet pride of someone who knows what it cost to arrive. Leave your shoes of apology at the door. You once called yourself fragile, you were wrong. You are sensitive, which means you pick up signals earlier than most. Early signals are an advantage disguised as tenderness. Name 3 things you refuse to carry past sundown. Dread that predicts failure, loyalties that hurt you, and stories that end with you small. Let them set with the day. The night won't miss them. You will not lose yourself by becoming larger. You will simply move into rooms that fit. The furniture of your life will stop bumping your knees. Forgive the calendar for the days it took. Forgive yourself for the days you hid. Invite both to your table and serve them a plan. A new steadiness will visit your finances, your sleep, and your friendships. It will arrive one wise choice at a time. Choose like the future is listening, because it is. Speak to your fears like a good parent, I hear you, and we're still going. Calm leadership will turn them into quieter passengers. They can ride, but they cannot drive. Practice closing tabs in your mind. Not every thought deserves unlimited time. Free your attention like you are freeing a bird that always belonged to the sky. You will feel seen at an angle that used to miss you. Do not duck the spotlight when it finally tells the truth. Let it show the workmanship of your resilience. Your past will try to apply for a supervisory role. Decline the application. Offer it a consultant contract with limited hours and no decision-making power. Choose one symbol for this season, a stone, a ribbon, a leaf that refused to fall. Carry it to remind yourself of the vow you made to daylight. Symbols keep their promises even when language gets tired. What breaks today is not you, it is the pattern that kept breaking you. Hear the snap, let the dust settle, and then step through. Freedom sometimes sounds like glass surrendering to a new shape. Your patience with yourself will make you magnetic. Opportunities prefer calm hands. Be the calm and watch them sit. When you feel the pull to argue with someone committed to misunderstanding you, lay down your need to be right. Pick up your need to be well. Wellness will outlast every debate. You will find a task that used to scare you suddenly becoming simple. It wasn't the task, it was the weight of how you spoke to yourself about it. Lighter words make lighter work. Some bridges should not be burned, they should be turned into museums where you visit to remember what not to repeat. Buy a ticket, take a lap, leave before closing time. Memory is best when it is curated. The promise hovering around you is learning your timing. Smile at it like you would at a friend who arrives without knocking. Friends who know the way in are not a threat, they are an answer. Your integrity will be tested in a small, almost invisible way. Choose clean. The cleaner choice creates a path that doesn't squeak underfoot. You are the last person who needs convincing that you are ready. Read your history out loud and listen to how survival trained you into strategy. Strategy is just hope with a blueprint. Name this season something you'd be proud to repeat. Call it repair, call it renewal, call it return. Wear the name until it fits your mornings. A door you didn't knock on will open because your preparation knocked for you. Preparation travels ahead like an introduction letter. Let it introduce you and then shake hands with your own arrival. Your attention is a currency, spend it where the return compounds. Invest in Education is not pain's twin, it is pain's graduation. If loneliness visits, give it a task, sweep the corners, open the windows, organize the shelves of your thoughts. When it has finished, thank it and let it go. Guests who contribute may be welcomed, but they don't get a spare key. There is a bright seriousness in you that deserves the right projects. Accept only assignments that respect it. Let boredom become your signal to renegotiate. You will feel gratitude arrive without fanfare, like a friend who knows where the mugs are. Pour it something warm and sit together for a minute. Gratitude will brief you on your next move. The path will narrow for a few steps and then broaden. Do not mistake the narrow for a no. It is a focusing lane designed to make you precise. Your laughter will return sounding older and more fluent. It will speak languages you learned in hard times. Let it translate the day into ease. You will notice that your reflex to brace is replaced by a reflex to breathe. Breathing is how the body remembers it is welcome. Welcome yourself to yourself. When success sends an early scout, welcome it politely and keep working. Scouts report back. Give it good news to take home. There will be a moment when you can either rehearse the wound or practice the win. Choose rehearsal for joy. Joy appreciates rehearsal the way music appreciates tuning. You will see the difference between urgency that serves you and urgency that sells you fear. Buy only what builds you. Bargain with panic until its price drops to zero. The space you keep for hope will expand like a room with moving walls. Put a chair by the window and learn the light at different hours. Light has schedules and you are on it now. The warning that brought you here has already done its job. It called you to attention, and attention is where transformation begins. Keep listening, but stop crouching. Stand at your sink, your desk, your doorway, and say softly, I choose life in full. Let the ordinary place hear the extraordinary vow. Vows made in small rooms travel far. You are about to disappoint the darkness with how gently you shine. Shine anyway. Let gentleness be your undefeated strategy. When the moment arrives that asks, "Are you still the old you?" answer with a smile, the old you never had time to practice. Your smile will sign the paperwork. The new you will keep it on file. Close your eyes for a breath and picture the day answering you back. It says, "I've been waiting for your yes." Give it the yes you meant all along, and then take the step that matches. Archangel Michael says the ground beneath you is learning a new language, the vocabulary of relief. You can hear it in the quieter creak of your steps and the way the room seems to exhale when you enter. Relief speaks softly, but it rewrites the entire house. You are not required to carry yesterday's furniture into today's rooms. Leave the heavy cabinet of worry on the curb. A better design is waiting, clean lines, more light. What follows you now is favor disguised as ordinary timing. The bus you catch, the message you answer, the glass of water you finally finish, each one turns a small wheel that moves a larger machine. Trust the hum you can't yet see. If a voice inside tries to bargain for your delay, interrupt it with movement. Open the window, straighten a stack of papers, step outside and let the sky sign your forehead with air. Movement turns down the volume on doubt. There is a list you've kept in secret, a blueprint for a life you feared to admit you wanted. Take it out and smooth the fold lines with your palm. The plan breathes better when it sees daylight. You are allowed to be new without an apology tour. Those who love you will adapt, those who cannot will sort themselves gently to the edges. Let sorting happen without speeches. The promise around you will not be scared off by your honest questions. It is not fragile. It has walked through worse rooms to find you. Keep a small space in your day for anything that glows. The glow might be an idea, a memory, a stranger's kindness. Guard it like a candle cupped against the wind. Do not rehearse the worst. Rehearse the welcome you will give to good news. Set a plate for it, pull out the better chair. You will be tempted to minimize your progress because it arrived quietly. Resist that. Quiet progress is often the kind that lasts. When you speak of yourself, let your nouns be strong and your adjectives kind. The sentence structure of self-talk becomes architecture. Build hallways tall enough for your courage to pass through standing up. A small mercy is already on the calendar. You don't have to know it's time to be ready. Readiness lives in posture, not prediction. Let consistency be your superpower for the next stretch. It doesn't need fireworks, it needs a schedule and a door that opens at the same hour. Show up, and watch the room begin to recognize your name. Your patience paid tuition for a school you didn't know you were attending. The degree is arriving in the mail under another name, steadiness. Frame it and hang it where you can see it in tired hours. A person will underestimate your resolve and offer you a smaller chair. Smile, thank them, and keep standing until the right seat appears. Self-respect is your interior compass. If the past knocks, answer with boundaries, not bitterness. Say, "I'm busy growing," and let the door rest on its hinges. Peace looks good on you, let it be your default attire. There is courage in choosing the next clear step instead of the perfect plan. Perfection is a jealous God, it demands sacrifices that joy never asked for. Choose joy and accept progress in its true size. Water what waters you back. This is not selfishness, it is stewardship. Your energy is a seed bank, and you are the gardener. You will soon catch yourself laughing at a moment that once would have dragged you under. That laughter is a certificate of release. Keep it close, it is legal tender in the economy of healing. Hold your focus like a lantern you're walking with at night. The path does not need to be bright 10 miles ahead. It needs to be faithful at your feet. There are arrivals scheduled for you that require your no to other invitations. Say the no cleanly, without novels of explanation. A clean no protects the door for your real yes. When you see signs, treat them as companions, not commanders. They confirm your direction, they don't confiscate your agency. Walk with them, don't surrender to them. The calendar will not bless you, how you spend it will. Spend with intention. Audit your days like you audit your accounts. A quiet apology to yourself is overdue. I'm sorry I made you wait for the life you deserved. Let that apology be followed by action. Action is fluent where words hesitate. You will soon meet a moment that asks for your exactness. Bring your whole name to it. Clarity will do the heavy lifting if you let it. When worry shape-shifts into productivity by making you busy with unimportant tasks, notice the costume. Take off the mask and return to the one thing that moves the needle. One true thing beats 10 counterfeit urgencies. You are learning the difference between pressure and purpose. Pressure shouts. Purpose speaks at a volume designed for the heart. The next door is not locked, it is simply heavier than the last. It opens to the weight of consistency, not to the noise of panic. Push steadily, feel it give. If a promise seems late, remember that good carpenters measure twice. Your timeline is being cut with precision. Trust the fit you'll feel when it arrives. You will recognize your healing not by the absence of memory but by the absence of domination. The memory can visit without taking your chair. Offer it tea, not tenancy. If confusion fogs your morning, reduce the scope until you can see the edges. Make one phone call. Answer one email. Fold one shirt. Clarity starts small and grows like a friendly rumor. The respect you extend to your own boundaries will teach others how to carry your name in their mouths. Let your name be a soft stone, smooth, solid, and not to be thrown. People will mirror the care you model. A door will present itself as a detour, an unexpected task, an invitation with no sparkle. Accept it. Many breakthroughs dress in plain clothes. Your prayers have been working overtime in rooms you haven't entered yet. When you arrive, they will be leaning against the wall, arms crossed, satisfied. Thank them and get to work, they already set the table. You don't have to outrun the storm, you only need to stand where your roof holds. Your roof is made of routines that respect your mind and rituals that honor your body. Patch a shingle if you must, shelter returns quickly to the cared-for house. A relationship will soften because you did. Softness is not surrender, it's strategy. Rigidity breaks where gentleness bends and returns. Make a list called Proof I Can Trust Myself. Add 3 items daily. This is not vanity, it is calibration. You are about to discover that momentum prefers humble boots. Dress your ambition in work you can repeat tomorrow. Grand gestures get applause, steady craft gets results. There is a sound the day makes when it is ready for you. It is the barely audible click of alignment. Listen for it, then move with it like a door on oiled hinges. If envy knocks, feed it with gratitude until it tires of the meal. Gratitude is rich food, envy prefers sugar. It will leave hungry. Your future self is not a stranger, it is a neighbor 2 doors down, baking bread and saving you a loaf. Walk over, knock, and accept it warm. You will recognize the recipe: patience, practice, and a pinch of luck earned by showing up. Replace someday with dates. Appointments make dreams behave. Even your hopes respect a calendar invite. Let your evenings be a soft landing, not a crash site. Dim the lights on your worries and turn up the volume on your rest. Tomorrow loves a well-rested partner. You will see how often fear mislabels decisions as dangerous when they are merely unfamiliar. Call them by their right names. Familiarity grows with use. A small celebration is due, no confetti required. Stand in your doorway, breathe, and say, "I did not abandon myself today." That sentence is a party with perfect music. Your creativity is not missing, it is waiting for a gentler entrance fee. Pay with attention, not anxiety. Creativity prefers curiosity over crisis. Practice finishing. Half-done tasks are leaks in your sail. Patch them, feel the wind return to your progress. When the mirror asks for honesty, give it without cruelty. Honesty and kindness are not enemies, they are siblings who travel well together. Pack them both. You will find a book, a phrase, or a melody that feels like a key. Keys exist to be used. Unlock something, an idea, a room, a restraint. The emergency that launched this message has accomplished its purpose, it woke your agency. Stay awake without staying afraid. Awake people build better worlds. Your name will be spoken in rooms you have not entered. Let it carry a reputation for reliability and a rumor of grace. Reputation opens doors, grace keeps them from slamming in the wind. When victory arrives, greet it without theatrics. Give it water, hand it a towel, and ask where it would like to sit. Then keep working. Real winds love a humble host. You are the steward of a story that refuses to collapse. Hold its spine. Turn its pages. Let the margin notes be forgiving to the parts that learned slowly. If you sense a threshold, you are right. Step. The floor will meet you. It has been practicing. A final instruction for this stretch: choose the next kind thing and do it thoroughly. Kindness is a lever with no visible limit. Pull it, and watch the heavy door move. And if, in a quiet minute, you wonder whether you've done enough, remember this: you answered the call, you showed up, and you stayed. Showing up is the hinge, staying is the swing. Walk through, and take your life with you. Archangel Michael says the silence you're hearing is not absence, it is the scaffolding of something sturdy being raised around you. In quiet, beams of clarity are lifted into place, and floors of focus are laid down. Stand still for a breath and feel the building reach for your name. You are approaching the mile marker where endurance stops feeling like survival and starts feeling like style. Wear your steadiness like a tailored coat. It was cut to your measurements by knights that knew exactly what you could carry. Let old pressure dissolve in warm water actions, a call returned, a bill paid, a room aired out. These are not small things. They are border crossings from scatter to order. Stamp your passport and keep walking. The next yes should be shaped like a boundary that protects your mornings. Make that boundary simple, enforceable, and kind. Kindness to yourself is not a luxury, it is leverage. You owe nobody an apology for healing loudly. Let the sound of your return echo down hallways that once held your hesitation. Echoes remind rooms who they serve. If panic tries on the costume of urgency, ask it for credentials. Watch it fumble. Credentials belong to purpose, not panic. There is a day soon where your name will arrive before you do. It will introduce you as capable, consistent, and calm under weather. Step into that introduction like it was always yours. Choose nourishment that loves you back, people who listen, work that pays in dignity, and words that don't bruise your own mouth. Loyalty to these is not narrow, it is precise. Precision widens the path. A letter from your future self is arriving in the language of opportunity. It will look ordinary at first, like a task nobody else wanted. Say yes and discover the doorway hidden in its fold. You will not be trapped by the versions of you that only knew how to brace. Teach your nervous system the choreography of safety. 2 steps, breathe lower, stand taller. The clock is not a tyrant today, it is a partner. Invite it to keep time for your breakthroughs, not your breakdowns. Together, you will make a rhythm you can dance to. You will be tempted to narrate delays as doom. Resist. Delays are translators making sure favor arrives in words your life understands. Carry a sentence for hard moments, I am allowed to make this easier. Repeat it until your shoulders believe you. Ease is not cheating, it's intelligence. Your generosity is a river, not a flood. Let it flow within banks that protect the village of your energy. Villages thrive on rivers, they drown in floods. There is a key on your tongue, the way you speak about what's next. Let the key be smooth, honest, and properly cut. Locks prefer keys that respect their shape. Nobody benefits when you disappear into roles that erase you. Rewrite the roles or release them. You are the scriptwriter now. When comparison taps your shoulder, answer with proof of your path, the task's finished, the breath counted, the grace extended. Present your evidence gently. Truth doesn't need a megaphone. If the room feels too small, it is. Open a window of habit you've never tried, a different route, a 1-hour deep focus, a message to someone brave. Fresh air changes decisions. Confidence is the quiet that follows thorough preparation. Prepare like the future has manners. It will knock and wait while you open. Your best opportunities will respect your pace. If they sprint ahead, they can meet you at the next intersection. Pacing is wisdom you learned the expensive way. Find one ritual that tethers you to yourself. Tea at dusk, shoes lined up, a page written. Repeat it until it becomes a landmark. Landmarks keep travelers brave. The fear of being too much was planted by someone who benefited from your smallness. Uproot it with steady hands. Growth rings are metals. Turn dread into data. Ask what it's predicting and check the forecast with facts. You are the meteorologist now. You do not have to dramatize the exit to make it legitimate. Leave like a professional, clear, courteous, complete. Closure likes clean edges. A door you thought was closed is merely heavy with old dust. Push with both palms of consistency. Hinges remember. Your attention is a greenhouse. Whatever you place inside grows under its light. Choose the plants that feed you. There will be a conversation where your calm is the most persuasive argument. Let silence be your punctuation. People believe periods more than exclamation points. Celebrate the version of you that risked hope when it was unfashionable. Tenderness was never naivety, it was early fluency in a language others are just now learning. Keep speaking it. Resist the performance of busyness. Choose the performance of results. Results applaud softly, but the sound lasts. Your character is a corridor others will walk through to reach their own clarity. Keep it lit and uncluttered. Hallways deserve maintenance. If anger arrives, offer it a notepad, not a megaphone. Let it write what needs changing. Then take the pen back and draft the plan. Your sleep will become an ally as soon as you treat it like an appointment, not an accident. Put your name and a time on it. Show up like it's sacred. You will soon get proof that there was nothing wrong with your dream, only with the environment it lived in. Transplant it. Roots are smarter than we give them credit for. Forgive the opportunities you couldn't see when you were busy surviving. Survival narrows the lens. Healing widens it again. When someone tries to trade your peace for their urgency, counteroffer with timeline and scope. Peace has policies now. Post them where all can see. Keep a ledger of what you complete, not just what you start. Completions compound. Compound interest is the quiet math of momentum. The respect you show your craft will draw collaborators who don't require flattery to function. They will come with checklists and honest time frames. These are your people. Choose clarity over cleverness in hard talks. Clarity lands. Cleverness ricochets. Your next win will arrive dressed like reliability. Wear it daily. Wins prefer routines to parties. The person you're becoming doesn't argue with reality, they collaborate with it. Collaboration makes better blueprints. Blueprints make kinder buildings. When self-doubt holds a meeting in your mind, fire it as chairperson. Hire curiosity. Curiosity asks better questions and brings snacks. You do not need a miracle to move forward today. You need a map you respect. Draw one with small squares and honest roads. Then walk the road you trust. A calm morning doesn't guarantee a perfect day, it guarantees a steady launch. Steady launches carry farther than spectacular takeoffs. Altitude begins with attitude. Let your gratitude be granular, not generic. Thank the pen, the chair, the clear sentence. Granules gather until they become ground. A boundary you enforce once saves you 100 repairs later. Choose savings. Invest the surplus piece into your craft. Your resilience is not a party trick, it is infrastructure. Maintain it with maintenance, not miracles. Oil the hinges of your habits. When you feel scattered, practice the rule of one priority, one block, one finish. The rule of one is how chaos learns manners. Manners make progress possible. You will soon notice that your energy no longer leaks in rooms that used to drain you. The leak was a story about what you owed. Ledger corrected, balance restored. If someone mistakes your kindness for availability, clarify with scheduling, not resentment. Calendars translate respect. Put the Tr.